Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. I'm the Serious Strategy Game, and we are returning to Victoria 3, playing the German Wars of Unification. Now, this one is a little bit mixed up, because we are at war against Denmark about the Schleswig and Holstein question, so the two German counties that are technically controlled by Denmark, but they are actually supported by France. And due to that, we decided that we are also going to fight about Alsace-Loire, which is one of the German majority, at least in this time frame, areas that the French, when did they conquer that exactly? Louis XIV? I'm not entirely sure. But yeah, it's going to be about both of these things. Historically, of course, two very separate wars, but you know, there we are. Our plan is going to be to push against Denmark quite quickly with the help of the Swedes and our allies, the Russians. While hopefully defending against the French. My hope here is that we're going to bleed them out a little bit, fighting over here. And then we can push around and hopefully finish them off. Now, before we do that, I do want to do two things in our colonies, and that is have a look at the... I really dislike that switches back. And build up just a couple of things here. Not too much, really, but we do want to make sure that we have some economy going on here, and that people can come here to work if they ever want to. So I think that's going to be a good thing. What do we want to do here? I don't think any of these is super useful, but you know what, let's build a logging camp, why not? That's just there to fill up the creep. Right, with that being said, let's start down on the timing here and start the game. And I want to keep it running as much as possible and not pause it all the time. We are of course going to build some stuff, most of our things are fine. For now we haven't conscripted our conscripts, I guess, but only use our professional soldiers for the moment. We'll see whether that is going to work out, and I said I'm not going to pause, so let's see here. Our offensive is going better against these French troops, which is actually good. There are some French troops apparently in Denmark. What is our navy doing? You're patrolling the coast. You know what, why don't we raid convoys here, hoping that that is going to disrupt the supply on the French side a little bit. That would be great. How's this defensive battle going? Oh, much better. 100 defense against 40 offense. Yeah, it seems like we're kicking them out hard, so that's good. Look at the loss ratio here. It's just like 4 or 5 to 1, which is of course very, very good for us. Over here a little bit worse, but still around 1 to 2 for us. So yeah, very much going in our favor for now, but you know, that was the case in our last war, which hasn't been that long ago either, and that didn't turn out so well. Also, it seems like the Swedes are not doing that great. They're actually calling in their conscripts, which I guess does make some sense. Right, so we should be winning this battle fairly soon and pushing a little bit into this area here. Yeah, our offensive is continuing. Inactive trade routes, you know what, we're going to care about all of this after the war. We know wood is expensive, we know opium is expensive. Opium is something that we are going to have to deal with over time, but not right now. For now we're doing okay here. Yeah. Unhealthy economy, that's actually not true. I find my economy very healthy, even though the construction isn't really used to the extent that I would want to. Still, let's earn some money here. Serbs are moving away. Serbs are the Slavic minority living in, I want to say, Saxony. Yeah. Oh, 10%. That's actually pretty significant here. Okay, still holding out here, but here our battle is not working in our favor. So that's the first loss that we are suffering here. That's not a good sign, even though we have made some progress. Oh, some stuff is going on. In the midst of the debates surrounding dedicated police force, the petite bourgeoisie. Yes, I would like more enactment chance there. I do not want more people to be attracted to the petite bourgeoisie. More prestige is nice, but I think more enactment chance is good. We have a lot of influence stacked over, but that's okay because our infamy has gone up significantly due to our claim to the Alsace, so that's not good. Some Danish convoys sunk, that's nice too. How are these battles going? Next offensive battle here seems to be going well too, so that's good. Even though that does bring some devastation to our regions. Yeah, we are losing some money here, but it's okay-ish for now. Let's try that again, and hoping that we're going to conquer Schleswig here soon. Denmark is dropping a little bit in its war support faster than we are, so that's nice to see. But of course, that's not going to be enough. 7 against 12, and it seems like we are on the back foot again. That's not good. And one of the things that I really don't understand is, like, we have 163 divisions here, right? Why are only 7 divisions in the fight? That is what I don't get. How can we get more people to join up in on us? That's always a little bit... I don't get that. In Westphalia. Is that due to Westphalia and this general? I'm trying to find out the exact reason here. Who was that? I think that was you? No, wait a minute. We should see that. Right, it's you. So your troops. Where are your troops coming from? Westphalia. You have 16 troops coming in from Westphalia, so it's not that either. Because you started only with 7. So why only 7? That seems so random. And it means, like, quality is such a big factor. You really, really need to make sure troops are very much on staff. Things aren't going great against Sweden. Let's see. Whether the third offensive down here almost feels like the First World War. Oh, looks like they even conquered back some of their territory here. That was such a bad loss there. But yeah, hopefully we'll be able to push them out. Okay, 13 against 13, that looks a little bit better. Our offensive is going okay. But it's going to mean that we are going to capture very few provinces. But, you know what, that's not the worst. We can deal with that. They are also again pushing with 19 people against us now in this battle. But again, they're going to be broken fairly quickly here, so... Good for now. We're making a lot of money at the moment, but that's only because we're not building anything, and we should really be building some stuff. Okay, yeah, we are finally doing some good work over here. Yeah, but I really don't want to get into a debt crisis, so let's pile up some money. It's gonna be alright. We also need to make sure that we're gonna try to integrate some of these states afterwards. Because that's, of course, really the objective here. Okay, you know what? We can dull up a little bit, and I'm going to pause a little bit more when something important is going to happen. But for now, that looks okay. Come on, guys. There we go. Okay, 2 provinces actually captured here. That's good. South is still holding well. Let's see, there's the next battle, and this one we're again winning swimmingly. They are pushing into Sweden, and we really do not want Sweden to be breaking. Okay, I think this is the first battle that I noticed, at least, that we're actually fighting against Denmark, so that's good. Petite bourgeoisie. Honestly, no. We don't care about you. We care about much more the industrialists, so that's okay. Yeah, significantly fewer people here on our side, but we seem to be winning this still, so that's good. Beating back the French down there, that's always nice. But yeah, once we've captured this, I think we're going to help out the Swedes and or just split our forces between the 2 areas. There we go. Okay, Holstein has been conquered. Now it seems Schleswig is not part of the war, so that entirely leaves this front completely open. Which is an interesting factor. So where do we want to push our forts then? Your offensive, supply, bandit. Hate it. Do we want to help out the Swedes, or do we want to push against the French themselves? I think it's about the French. Let's try to get that. Everyone, shift over here. I wish there was a command like to do that with everyone. We're going to keep our guys on defending as long as the other guys haven't arrived yet. And these defensive battles are really going in our favor, so I really do like that, but... Come on, there we go. And you can switch over. Are you defensive something? Yes, you are. So you know what? We might as well send you over to... Yeah, that's what we're going to do. So once this battle here has concluded, there we go. You guys can defend the Swedish front. We're going to send you over there, support that a little bit. Means we are a little bit weaker down here, but I still think that's going to be alright. Yeah, beating them back. I think they even started here with morale being a little bit low, which I really, really like, because that means our offensive battles are going to go, our counter-offensive, if you want, is going to go much, much better. Right, stuff is happening, but nothing too bad really for now, so yeah, just earning some money is a nice feeling for a change. Okay, finally we've got some troops here. France still beating heavily on Sweden. And seems like the Russians aren't really... Oh, look at that. That blood over there is not going in our favor. Yeah, our navy really doesn't do too well. Okay, really too few troops here on our side, but it seems like we're winning still, so that's good. That might even entice a couple of people here to pull back. Oh, it looks like we are fighting over here now. Okay, that's okay. So this front has split in two, basically. With our troops now being situated on this little island, which I don't know what that is. That is Gotland? I'm not sure what that is called. Oh, and there's an event against the odds. Some wealthier Polish people have begun moving into neighborhoods, and yeah, you know, we want to be tolerant. Yeah, screw the church. Yeah, seems like we are beating the French. Nice. This is not the War of 1871. That would have gone much better at this point. But at least, you know what, we have secured Denmark, so that's nice. And we are pushing into their territory here. We've got a lot more troops, but that's their offensive, so even better. We're bleeding them dry. But yeah, notice how they've pulled in more troops here now. So that's not good. And it seems to me like a little bit, they have the advantage on this front, they have the advantage on that front. And it almost looks like they have the advantage on this front too, at least in numbers, at least in terms of being able to push their offensive, rather than this being our offensive. So that's not great. This is not great either. Sweden has capitulated. That means A, the French do get a weird port here in Göteborg. But more importantly, it means all of our troops are now back here, but more importantly, all of the French troops are there too. Shortage. Silk. Silk is an issue. Okay, we can only get silk, I guess, by import. The alternative is Hesse. Let's take a look at your buildings. You're not producing any luxury clothing. Let's look at the other urban buildings that are producing that stuff. Nothing. Where are we using silk? It might be that it's not us. It might be that there's no shortage. Okay, game is lying to me. I was wondering, because I didn't imagine that we did that. But of course it can be that other people in your market are building some stuff up. So, okay, yeah, but the battles that we do push, we generally tend to win. So, it's going okay for now. We just lost one of our major sponsors here. And our war support is a little bit lower than theirs. Even though we are occupying the war goal, we'll have a tough time fighting against the Danish on just like via invasion. Can we ask Schleswig-Holstein for military access? Is there even such a thing? I don't think there is there? Violate sovereignty. Yeah, we can ask Schleswig. That might make some sense. But let's first deal with the French. Yeah, okay, that's a way that we're gonna go there without doing a naval invasion. I think it's modeled around the ooh, this is a big French force pushing here. But again, offensively they are not that great when we are defending. We are now pushing deep into their territory, so that's good. And we definitely want all of these war goals to be pushed, so we've got good war support, they've got good war support. It's dropping by 2 for them, by 1 for us. They still control their war goals. Well, one war goal is Schleswig itself, so that's something that we should try to push. Alsace we are occupying. But I think once France has been beaten, hopefully, I mean they're bringing in 400 divisions at this point. So we might need to muster up our reserves. Is another battle of ours? No. Yes. And we are winning. Good. I like the fact that we're winning the battles. It's just so scary that we are fighting twice our numbers and we're trying to push against them rather than they against us. Well, it seems like both of these things are happening at the same time, but you know what I'm getting at. So many stuffing, convoys raided, yes we know. States in turmoil, I don't care about that. Low market access, that is something that I do care about. You've got your port, you're building your stuff up. Okay, let's build some railways here. Oh no, sorry, this must be due to the convoy situation, yeah. We'll need to deal with that in the long term, but not in this war. Our colonies are not important enough to be warranting that. Improved fertilizer, yay, that's good news. So, urban stuff, let's look at our chemical industry first. Oh, we only have that in Westphalia, fine. So, the 10%, explosives are 10% more expensive than they should be. Fertilizer, a lot less. 173 surplus in fertilizers. If we go to the rural farms, and let's take the rye or wheat farms, I don't think it actually matters because it's only going to do more grain. That's 700 more fertilizer. That's 290 more fertilizer. I'm not sure I trust that number, so let's switch that over quickly and then check in the chemical plants again. Guess we could technically just click on other stuff, but you know what? Let's go here and check on the fertilizer then. So, yeah. Okay, no, it's relatively accurate. Minus 50, minus 167. So that should mean that we can build what? 167, that's, well, let's call that a 6 of what that is. Let's call that a 6 of what that is. Let's say 2 more chemical plants are going to be fine. And we're not researching anything. Okay, that makes sense. Military. Repeaters. There we go. Okay, French offensive has gone nowhere. We are on the offense again. And this is a battle that we're not going to win. Because poor visibility in battle conditions goes against us, and their blunder doesn't make too much of a difference. Dead and wounded seem to be piling up similarly, so not much to be done about that. I do not care about that. Opium, okay, that I do care about a lot. It must be that the, yeah, I think that's what's happening. Our trade stuff means that we are not importing opium anymore. Opium must be short because we can't import enough. Yes. Oh, and our population is starting to buy opium. Well, that's lovely. Okay, let's try to get more. There's not much more. Cindy, where are you? Cindy. Okay, that's down there. Nope, sorry. Regional actions. Declare interest. We must declare interest in this area here. Go away from Indochina. And where exactly is Sind? It's up there. There we go. You guys have opium? You do. Let's try to buy it there. Yeah, we'll need to deal with that quickly. And I do think that we, you know what, this is a crucial war. So let's activate our conscripts. I'm not sure why you wouldn't activate all of them. But you know what, here we go. And I think they should be filtering in to some extent to these troops. Yeah, you can see the numbers have increased. So they weirdly have that system where you have One command capability is for normal troops, and another command capability for... Yeah, that is not going to go well at all. And another command capability for conscript troops. I don't think why... I don't see why that would make sense, but it's just what they went with. Yeah, our offense has... No, it might have actually been their offense. Do you know what? You guys... Who's defending over here? You are. Okay, you do that. Building up some chemical plants. You know what? Let's keep an eye on the market, see what we should be building up. There's a lot of wine, there's a lot of food need, there is quite a bit of coal need. So Silesia. Coal. How's your infrastructure looking? Not too bad. That's gonna work out. Coal is always super useful. Jesus. We started out with 28 against their 33. Things aren't going in our favor, and I very much suspect that the opium crisis is a big part of that. I really guess that's what this is. Okay, let's take a look at our navy and make sure that you are rather patrolling escorting convoys. That's a good one. Why are people now using so much opium? Jesus, our sell orders are really going badly here. Food industries? Okay, let's briefly take a look at that, because otherwise we're going to forget later on. More groceries, more iron, more fish. Fish is going to become super expensive, but we're going to get more groceries. I think this is fine, as long as we do keep fishing in our eyes a little bit. You're producing too many men-at-arms. Let's do civilian shipping then. So that means we've got 12 clippers left. How many clippers are you using? Are you using any? There we go. That should give us more fish. Right. Okay, I think it's time that we switch around. The Opium War's great. It's always super bad to do this, but it does mean that our troops are going to be fighting without a critical shortage of the equipment that they trust that they have. It means that they will need to get used to other stuff, but for now that's going to be alright. Good. Bolt action, or repeaters rather. Bolt action rifles would be good. Hand cranked machine guns is nice. Conscription rate, no. War exhaustion, yeah. Field stuff, no, because we really don't have that. Although ultimately we do want to get to trench works, don't we? Okay, so that means the electric telegraph on the one hand, and on the other hand, I did want to check our no, not our ammunition plants, rather our arms industries, because I'm guessing that we're using more stuff than we do. No, we're doing fine. Huh, we knew. Right, this battle not going anywhere. Let's see how the next battles are going to go. Actually, we are seeing for the first time some Russians on the frontier. That at least is somewhat good. Notice how we are both at 0 over here now in terms of our war support. Curiously enough, France, yes! Yes! France has capitulated, so that means we're now only at war against Denmark, which obviously is great. That means we're going to go over to the diplomatic actions, and we're going to violate the... It's going to give us 16.5 infamy. $15 infamy. Guys, Denmark is at war against us. Schleswig is a part of Denmark. It shouldn't be 16.5. try to do a naval invasion over here. Well, at least we have got the Alsace, so that's great. Maximum cash reserves, that's good, but really not crucial at this moment. How is Alsace doing? Infrastructure usage is a little bit high, and we do want to incorporate them for sure. Let's do get them a railway. 20 days, 19 days until we do go for Denmark. Let's stall that up a little bit because I want to see whether we can resolve that in this turn. In this episode, rather. No. The answer is a resounding no. 5,000 dead against 300 players. That invasion has failed, so you know we have to just swallow the fact that we're going to go against these guys here. They're going to say no. We're going to accept the trade agreement, but we'll do sure. Why not? And then we can send everyone against these guys over here. It's a little bit annoying, to be honest, that they didn't join automatically. They should have joined automatically. Fine. They were part of the war goal. We technically need to occupy them to make any progress here. But I'm guessing that we should be able to beat them now. The answer is no. Well, Denmark is really going badly now. But yeah, at least we did make some progress there. The Russians there we go. Perfect. Good. There we go. These guys are now independent. Sweden has been brought down a little bit by this thing. We have gotten these guys. But we are making some progress here, so that's good. We will need to solve a lot of things and make sure that we are getting there. But I think we are in a much stronger position than we were before. Both due to the fact that Alsace is there, but also due to the fact that we can now try to influence these two northern states. They're going to be independent. We're not going to need to be worrying about Denmark going forward. And that is, of course, something very good. Oh. I really do not have enough influence, do I? Okay, guys, we don't need to do that with you anymore. What's costing us? Trade agreement, and a bunch of defensive pacts. Fair. Can I ask anyone to join our customs union? It's so bad that you can't see a net thing on these proposals here. Württemberg? No. We could bankroll. Let's go with bankrolling Hanover. It's going to cost us not that much actually, just a 1,000. Go with improving with Schleswig and Holstein. Because our relations are extremely poor, because apparently you really did not like us rooting in for your independence, but there we go. Okay, next time around we're gonna try to squeeze back together our economy. We haven't done too badly now, but that's largely due to the fact that we have really neglected any building due to the war, and that is something that we'll need to catch up on. So, for now, thank you very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Do let me know what you think of our situation now. What is the next thing that we should be doing? I think it's about integrating all of the others and making sure that we are a powerhouse here. Our economy, just let's briefly check on that. Our economy is currently number 5 worldwide. After China, the East India Company, after France and Britain. And only a little bit before Austria. I think that needs to become better if we are to prevail here. Thank you very much for watching, guys. See you next time.